Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
Of the National Assembly, Right Honorable Catherine Kotani-Hara, Deputy Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Dr. Janet Banda, all Cabinet and Deputy Ministers here present, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, all foreign dignitaries, Your Majesty, Chief Kyungu, I think, and traditional leaders here present, Your Worship, the Mayor of the city of Lilongwe, and all the councillors here present, members of Parliament here present, regional chairman of the ruling party, MCP for Central Region, Honorable Zibron Chilondora, CEO of Chamber of Mines, Dr. Grain Malunga, and the President of Chamber of Mining, Mr. Kazago, and all foreign investors in the mining sector here present, our platinum sponsor, the Nico Group, and all sponsors, National Bank, Standard Bank, FDH, Mr. Martin Karuruma, PS in the Ministry of Mining, responsible for regulations, and I've seen Mr. Nkandawire present, the PS of Mining. Good morning, everyone. A welcome to you all here present. Ifeyo mwalandiridwa mwachimwemwe. It is my singular honor and privilege to request Your Excellency to grace and open the 2025 Malawi Mining Investment Forum, which is held under the theme Advancing Malawi's Mining Agenda in an Evolving Global Economy. But before I do that, allow me, Your Excellency, to make a few statements. Your Excellency, my team and I commend and admire Your Excellency's visionary dream on holding the key of unlocking mining potential in Malawi, which has a positive impact of a turnaround of our economy through Your Excellency's own-made strategic model, ATM. We are so excited to see how Your Excellency's vision is creating more sustainable and prosperous future for Malawians. If I may borrow words from the former president of this country, Dr. Bingwa Mutarika, this is what we call dreaming in color. Your Excellency, sir, Maxwell John once said, and I quote, "When a great leader shows the way with right actions, his followers copy him and succeed." End of quote. Mining has already started showing signals and indicators of Malawi's succeeding economy. Your Excellency, we can now clearly see Malawi moving from a growing and sustainable economy to a money economy. In short, middle income economy by 2030, when you'll be leaving the office. Your Excellency, sir, at this juncture, allow me to submit of mining achievements made so far from the first Indaba Your Excellency presided over in April 2024 as follows. Through the revision of the Mines and Minerals Act 2023, we have made strides in solidifying our mining structure through the establishment of the Mines and Minerals Regulatory Authority in August 2024 to regulate the mining sector in Malawi and promote transparency, accountability, openness through best mining practices and administration of minerals rights. We have seen the establishment of the state-owned Malawi Mining Investment Company, whose mandate is to promote optimal development of the mineral sector and maximization of the national mineral revenue and social benefits. Your Excellency, sir, for the first time in the history of Malawi, the Mining Ministry, in conjunction with Export Development Fund, EDF, of the Reserve Bank of Malawi, introduced a structure market for gold in line with the Section 28 of the Reserve Bank Act. Your Excellency may wish to know that the period as of November 2024, gold purchases from artisanal and small-scale miners were at 293 kilograms of both assayed, giving us a total purchase cost of 34 billion Malawi kwacha. A total of 40.3 grams of ruby, 7.2 grams of sapphire, 22.2 kilograms of rhodotile, garnet, and 933.6 grams of aquamarine, and 60.2 grams of tourmaline, gave us a purchase cost of 1.5 billion Malawi kwacha as at 30 November 2024. It may please Your Excellency to note that Malawi currently has 32 groups of informal, artisanal, and small-scale miners across the country, and are earmarked to undergo the full process of formalization. Out of these groups, 18 cooperatives have already been formed and are fully formalized or are undergoing financial stages to formalization. Your Excellency, my ministry has also managed to enter into MOUs with local security agents, namely Malawi Police Service and Malawi Defense Force, to work closely and curb the escalating illegal miners, smugglers, and bandits that are smuggling our precious minerals using uncharted routes. And this is attributing negatively to our economy. Your Excellency, my ministry has made great achievements in appealing to investors to come and invest in Malawi. And the list goes like this. Sovereign Services Limited. This is Garcia Graphite and Rutile Project. The investor has currently finalized feasibility studies and is undergoing environmental and social impact assessment for the exploitation of both graphite and rutile. Your Excellency, the discovery of rutile deposits in Garcia, which I believe is your home, is the largest in the world, with over 1.8 billion tons of inferred resources at 1.01% rutile and 24 million tons of graphite. Legal safeguards have since been put in place to ensure communities benefit as well. Rutile is a source of titanium dioxide pigment and produces titanium lightweight metals used in aerospace and defense. It can also be used in making ceramics, glass as coloring agent, steel, copper alloys, and graphite can can be used in making pencils, batteries, lubricants. Lotus Resources Limited, Chakwera Uranium. A mining development agreement was signed. The company has since employed over 364 people with 194 skilled and 154 unskilled workers. And with full production, they are expected to employ over 1,400 people. This precious metal, Your Excellency, can be used to generate electricity. It is also used in nuclear power, and it serves in medical applications as a colorant. Your Excellency, sir, annual proceeds to government from the current arrangement are expected to be over 100 million annually. Another company called Global Metals Limited, Kanyika Nobium Project. A mining development agreement was also duly signed between Malawi government and the company. The firm is currently seeking debt financing to compensate the affected people immediately after crop harvesting. I mean this crop harvesting time, and start mining development. Global Metals has Nobium deposits of 68.3 million tons, and expected revenue is around 2.5 billion US dollars. Your Excellency, Nobium mineral is used in alloys, especially in steel, to enhance strength and corrosion resistance. Another company that is in this country is Lindian Resources Limited, Kangankude Monazite Project. The company has completed deposit confirmation after extensive exploration drilling program. This firm, Your Excellency, has so far employed over 60 workers. Your Excellency, the expected proceeds to government is at around 100 million US dollars per annum when the full production starts by September 2025 or thereabout. Your Excellency, monazite minerals are a source of rare earth elements and can be used in renewable energy, permanent magnets, and can also be used in pigment for paints, paper, plastics, as well as making toothpaste, sunscreens, and ceramics. Another company called Lancaster, and popularly known like Ngango Resources Limited, Songwe Hills Project Rare Earth Elements. Your Excellency, Lancaster Resources Limited has already signed a mining agreement with the Malawi government. This firm is expected to employ over 1,500 people during the mining construction and 500 workers during production. Expected revenue to the government is paid at 34,000 US dollars per annum and has deposits of over 132 million tons of rare earth. Rare earth element is a wide array of modern technology like electronics, clean vehicles, defense, smartphones, LED lights for electronic vehicles, wind turbines for irrigation, glass making, magnet, and batteries. We have also my limited Makanjira Heavy Metals Mineral Science. Your Excellency, this firm was granted a medium-scale mining license for extraction of heavy minerals sands at Makanjira in Mangosha. The project is expected to start by May 2025. All what they have been waiting for was the arrival of their equipment from China. The firm is targeting over 100 employees with expected revenue of over 300 million US dollars and deposits of 354 million tons. Heavy metal minerals, sands, can be used in sunscreens, inks, paints, tiles, medical devices. It is usually found in lake beds and rivers. Another company, Akaswiri Limited, Chambe Bauxite Project. This firm, Your Excellency, has completed feasibility study for mining bauxite on Mulanje Mountain at Linja and the Chenya sites. The expected annual mining target is about 580,000 metric tons per annum and falls under strict and environmental management and monitoring plans. Akaswiri Limited is expected to earn revenues of over 3 million US dollars annually with bauxite deposits in abundance. Another company that has come is NGX Limited, Malingunde Graphite. This project is located at Malingunde, Lilongwe, with a production expectation of 52,000 tons of graphite annually. Currently, the project is addressing the environmental and social impact assessment raised by the Lilongwe Water Board, and robust safeguards are sought, considering Malingunde as the main source of drinking water for the Lilongwe residences. Graphite is used for making pesos, batteries, lubricants, etc. Your Excellency, currently, mining contributes 1% to the country's gross domestic product. However, the sector has potential to contribute up to 30% to the country's GDP annually. When the project is listed above are in full production, and it is clear indication that the mining will automatically surpass agriculture very soon. Your Excellency, we have, in the past, regimes made a lot of mistakes in mining sector. Many Malawians wonder why is Malawi poor, and keep on repeating the same question, but why is Malawi poor? But why indeed? When we have green and critical minerals demanded world over. Your Excellency, likewise, I keep on asking myself, why is Malawi listed as one of the poorest countries? Yet we do have abundant minerals. All this is because of the mistakes done by our previous regimes. Your Excellency, allow me therefore to swiftly pinpoint some of the mistakes for the benefit of all planners from repeating such in the future. Mistake number one was strategic, which entails fraud, contracts, negotiation. And I cited Chakwera, which many Malawians cry foul. And Malawi as a country did not benefit except for the few selfish and scrupulous individuals, which we really need to ask our grafting control bodies to re-examine the said contract and give a comprehensive report on what really transpired, and shame and punish all those who benefited. By now, by not involving, another strategic mistake was by not involving our youth and youthful women to participate in mining. With the advent of AI, artificial intelligence, the world is now experiencing. We need youthful men and women to get actively involved in mining and compete competitively with the rest of the world. The mining industry was being hidden, Your Excellency, protected from people or from those from diaspora and Malawi gurus in mining, denying them the right to contribute and to participate in the development of this vibrant and robust mining in Malawi. Your Excellency, the government is saying no. Your government is saying no to such evil-minded behavior and is hereby inviting all Malawians, wherever they are, to come back home and join us in building this industry. We need their expertise, and together we can make Malawi a better place to be. Another mistake was philosophical. The regimes were prioritizing short-term economic gains over long-term economic gains. This government is looking at mining as a deal. Prioritizing mining is the best solution to enable us shift from the growth and sustainable economy to the money economy. One other mistake that was made was ideological. Little interest was shown in social and environmental management. Many rivers are diverted when searching for minerals in our rivers. We have so many sinkholes left unfilled. There are too many loss of biodiversity in the process. And many areas have contaminated water, both ground and surface water. It is also manifested in an equal distribution of benefits, disregarding the local community's rights, like was the case at Chakwera. Your government has put in place a legal framework and a better institutional framework to protect communities and our natural resources and our environment. The fourth mistake was economical mistake by putting weak policies, framework, and weak structures in the mining. Your Excellency, we only have very few geologists and gem geologists. Yet Malawians experts with best qualifications and good backgrounds are being sunlight and are contributing and shining in other economies. Whilst in their own country, there is a severe shortage of such services. Another economic mistake was the shunning away of the African Development Bank, which has grants to provide international regulatory safeguards framework in mining sector. This was a missed opportunity. Malawi could have benefited quite substantially from such grants, which help African mining states to negotiate deals in a transparent manner. Your Excellency, in addition to these mistakes observed, there are some bottlenecks that need to be attended to in order to make the mining industry vibrant and robust and wear a new face of prosperity. Factors like infrastructure. It is a privilege in the mining sector to use railways to transport raw materials to and from. In energy sector, mining depends more energy and uninterrupted power. Therefore, we must make sure this is in order to facilitate production. Economical sector. Establishment of youth and small-scale mining artisans investment bank can attract many youth to venture into mining. 2% on capital borrowing would be regarded as the best consideration towards uplifting the youth. And security. Strong and vibrant security is the only better way of curbing illegal miners and smugglers of our precious metals across the borders illegally. Illegal mining is termed as criminal in nature. Security becomes an integral part of the mining industry. In conclusion, time has come, Your Excellency, that we stop exporting unprocessed materials and start adding value to it. I hereby call to all investors to start considering constructing refineries here in Malawi. We have a lot of land. And one wonders why exports, where our raw materials are being sent out for testing, when Malawi can hold that. When exporting raw materials, all what it means is simply we are exporting local jobs. Time has come to reinforce our precious alluvial gold from illicit traders and smugglers, simply because gold alone can spur both economic and social development and can generate significant revenue for our government, because gold is money. Time has come to seriously engage contract management specialists in our contract negotiations if we are to prosper. Errors are usually costly. The African Bank and the World Bank are there to support us. Why not go for it? Let's take a chance. Time has come to start transferring knowledge, skills, capacity to the youthful generation. Youth are embedded with innovative, creativity potentials enough to venture into entrepreneurships. Time has come to solidify mining structures by acquiring the services of more skilled, trained mine surveyors and assessors, geologists, geogeologists, mining lawyers, and economists, just to mention a few. Time has come for our investors to feel at home and open refineries locally. Time has come when the Reserve Bank of Malawi should start increasing funding to EDF and buy more alluvial gold from our small and medium-scale miners and artisans to confuse the smugglers. Time has come that EDF started joining hands with commercial banks in procuring alluvial gold from our miners countrywide, taking advantage of the already existing structures across the country. Your Excellency, sir, last but not least, allow me to recognize our sponsors, more especially our platinum partners, Nico Group. Your Excellency, also allow me to recognize the foreign partners who have made sure that this year's mining in Indaba is very successful. NBS Bank, National Bank, Press Trust, FDH, Standard Bank, just to mention a few. With these few remarks, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my singular honor to invite Your Excellency to officially open the 2025 Malawi Mining Investment Forum. Thank you all for your attention. Zikomo kwambiri. May God bless our leader. May God bless Malawi. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Madam Monica Chakwera, First Lady of the Republic of Malawi. Your Honor, Catherine Godani-Hara, MP, Speaker of the National Assembly. Honorable Dr. Kenneth Zikhale, MP, Minister of Mining. All the Cabinet and Deputy Ministers here present. Dr. Janet Banda, AC. Deputy Secretary to the President and Cabinet and all the government officials here present. Mr. Maxwell Kazako, President of the Malawi Chamber of Mines. Mr. Moses Ngadu, Secretary General of the Africa Minerals Strategy Group, and all management, staff, and affiliates of Africa Minerals Strategy Group here present. All the sponsors, facilitators, delegates, and exhibitors here present. Your Excellency, Dr. Nancy Sangwemi, Ambassador of the Republic of Zimbabwe to Malawi, and Dean of the Diplomatic Corps. Your Excellencies, heads of mission, and all the members of the Diplomatic Corps here present, captains of the mining industry, Honorable Patrick Zebon Chirondola, Regional Chairman of the Malawi Congress Party for the Center, and all the regional committee members here present. Councillor Ruth Chingwalu Jirayafa, Deputy Mayor of the City of Lilongwe, and all the councillors here present. All the members of Parliament here present. Traditional authority Chitukula, and all the traditional leaders here present. Bishop Andrew Mankanamba, officiating clergy, and all the religious leaders here present. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to welcome all of you to this meeting of our minds about our mines. And a special welcome to those of you joining us from around Africa and around the world. Please not only feel, but be at home, because in this country you are not merely our guests. In this country, those of you from other nations who care about our well-being and our welfare are considered friends and family. Your interest in the mining sector of Malawi is a testament to how blessed with mineral riches Malawi is. There is now no doubt about how much wealth the God-given, the God of heaven, hid beneath the soils of Malawi. Whenever you set foot on Malawian soil, you set foot on riches untold and riches unbelievable. Beneath these soils is uranium, which nations of the world need to fuel their nuclear reactors for the generation of electricity. Beneath these soils is gold, which the nations of the world need to safeguard their wealth in the event of economic disasters. Beneath these soils is coal, which the nations of the world need to generate steam-powered electricity for domestic use and fuel manufacturing plants for the production of steel and cement. And with new technology, by the way, there's no need to worry about those elements destructive to our environment, because we can certainly explore the new technologies without destroying the earth for those who will still be around after we are all gone. Beneath these soils are the rare earths, which the nations of the world need more than ever now to create the technologies of our increasingly digital world, including telecommunication technologies, aerospace equipment, electric vehicles, robotics, and medical devices. I said, beneath these soils are gemstones, which the nations of the world need for decorative, ornamental, and sentimental use. For we know that beauty and culture are humanity's way of experiencing and expressing the meaning of life. And last but not least, beneath these soils of Malawi is as much titanium as Wakanda had vibranium. For Malawi is now the envy of the world after the discovery of the largest deposit of rutile to be found anywhere on earth, which the nations of the world need for the making of paints, plastics, textiles, cosmetics, sunscreen, aerospace technologies, medical implants, sports equipment, and for making light transmission crystals. So, there can be no question about Malawi's mineral riches. What that means is that in the mining sector alone, we have everything we need for the achievement of an upper middle income economy as laid out in the Malawi 2063 vision. But everyone in this room knows that having the mineral deposits is only one piece of the economic transformation puzzle. There are three other pieces that are needed to turn minerals into inclusive wealth. The first of which is strong regulatory framework made up of a combination of strong institutions, strong laws, strong policies, and strong testing labs to aid in the effective regulation of this sector. A strong regulatory framework in mining ensures that there is equal opportunity for genuine investors, a fair and level playing field for stakeholders, while leaving no room for illegal mining or environmental degradation. This is why, for the first time in Malawi's history, my administration has put in place a new mining law that establishes the mining authority for this purpose. The job of the Ministry of Mining in Malawi is not just going around attending mining conferences and endowments in other countries, but ensuring that our regulatory framework for the mining sector is being enforced with diligence and discipline, which requires great levels of vigilance and meticulous attention. It is important to remember that those who want to steal our minerals are already here. Some of them may very well have sneaked into this room. And these thieves do not sleep. And so the only way we can succeed in defeating their evil plans is to have a mining authority that is even more awake. And the job of the ministry is to ensure that there are functional systems working around the clock to regulate the conduct of every player in the sector and to safeguard every single ounce of our minerals. Even if there are minerals deep in the remotest parts of the forests of Malawi, no one should be able to touch them without the mining authority or the ministry knowing about it, or be able to do so without a license, or be able to do so without following the laws of Malawi. And a big part of having this strong regulatory framework is transparency to the public. And it is disturbing to me that with all the mineral riches Malawi has, including the rutile deposits recently discovered in my own village outside this city, Malawians have yet to hear anything from mining officials about what is going on in Kasia regarding our rutile, and what has been agreed about the rutile and with whom. That's not acceptable. It is not acceptable that Malawians should be hearing about the rutile operations in Kasia from a press conference by a foreign company in Australia or any other company's report of the performance of its stock on the London Stock Exchange. As if here in Malawi, the Minister of Mining has no information to give Malawians about how my government is securing a prosperous future for them through this resource. So I'm ordering you that this silence from the Minister of Mining regarding the activities in the mining sector needs to end immediately, because our minerals are a matter of national security, and there's no better security than putting things in the light. A whole lot of speculation goes on when people do not have information. And a whole lot of things are happening in the villages. Some of our own people demanding that some of these investors give them money up front as if they have made money already, because there's silence on your part. Everyone needs to know. With all of the people we deal with, all of the stakeholders, including civil society groups, we all need to be on the same page. The second piece of the puzzle is the negotiation of smart mining agreements that work for the development goals of Malawi. This is a piece of the puzzle that many countries in Africa get wrong, partly because of the common mistake of entrusting the negotiation process to people who have no expertise and global experience in the best structure for these MDAs. And partly because of the equally common mistake of entrusting the negotiation process to officials who can easily be bought to sell away their own country. As a nation, we are determined to avoid this tragedy. And everyone in the ministry should know that I am monitoring very closely what is happening with our MDAs, and I'm getting feedback from world experts in mining agreements to determine whether the MDAs you are offering foreign companies are the best deals Malawi can get, or just another set of cheap deals from which Malawians will not benefit as much as they deserve. So when the ministry complies with my order, to start giving Malawians updates on what we are doing with their mineral riches. I expect that report to include the status of our mining development agreements for every mine we have in the country. And I expect the players who are entering these mining agreements with us to be present at those briefings, because they too must learn to be accountable to the Malawian people as the most important stakeholders in their mining operations in Malawi. My administration has worked very hard to safeguard the stake of Malawians in these minerals, and we have even established a public mining company through which Malawians will soon be able to buy shares in the various minerals that are present in the country. But that's not enough. We need to create a sovereign wealth that will regulate all of these things. So not just one village benefits, but the whole country benefits. But those of you in the sector need to stop operating in secret and start telling Malawians what is being done to ensure that their minerals are safe, how they are being leveraged for their benefit, what the royalties are on these minerals and whose royalties are being secured, and how they too can have shares in the mining company that we have set up for them to engage in mining activities through legal means. Now, the third piece of the puzzle is investment partnerships. Because the only people who are interested in working with, we are interested in working with, are serious investors who have the resources to invest heavily in the sector. The global market networks to turn these investments into Malawi's prosperity, and a reputation for credible dealings that don't involve exploiting countries through price transfers and cleverly masked subsidiary companies whose ultimate beneficiaries are the hidden ghosts receiving payments in offshore accounts from the proceeds of Malawi's minerals while Malawians languish in poverty. We welcome credible investors who want to work with us in the context of long-term partnership, not economic exploiters who are just looking to make a quick buck. And I want to plead with Malawians who are working in the mining sector to not fall for the tricks of the exploiters or imitate their tactics. Let us promote credible investments that foster the spirit of partnership. And I congratulate the Ministry of Mining for offering this second edition of the Mining Forum as a platform for promoting such partnerships. Now, with these few words, I declare this Mining Forum officially open, and I thank you for listening. Sonora verani ga taba verani nodziwa kuti kumtima kuli dyoko mkadanena tere kuti anthu aba akhala pansi ningokambapo mawu awiri chifukwa zinazi tidzonongera tokha ndifeyo anu ake dziko. Malo moti tionetsetse kuti chuma chimene tinacho mnthakamu pokamba za migodi izi chikhale chuma chakuti chipindulire aliyense Malawi muno. koma wenafe chikhalidwe chathu ncholakwika. Tifuna kuti kaya pamudzi pathu kaya nkudera kwathuko anthu amene akukumba miyalayi akangotipatsa ife kangachepe, ife tikondwere pamene dziko lonse likupitirira kukhala mu umphawi wadzaoneni. Wosamakhutitsidwa mtinthu tananama ukunyengererani nato kuti mpereke chuma chimene muli nacho. Koma wena fenso chikhalidwe chathu nchoyipa, chifukwa ndife timalimbikitsa chifukwa cha umbombo ndi dyera ndi mtima wakatangale, kumapempha zinthu zokuti anthu sanachite ntchito ina iliyonse koma tipatsani ndalama, tikuthamangitsani kuno. Zimenezo nzopangitsa kuti anthu wofuna kutithandiza, chifukwa ifeyo vana vathu akadali pa sukulu wena ndi amene tiwayitanitsa kunjaku kuti abwerere, wena tene aja amaonetsa ukuzionetsero abwerera kuno chifukwa kuti tifuna tithandize. Koma tikadalibe katundu wochitira zimenezi, sibwino kuti tithamangitse anthu ofuna kutithandiza kamba koma funa kupempha ndalama munthu sanayambe ntchito komwe. Chikhalidwe chimenecho nchikhalidwe choyipa ngakhale m'maofesimu. Chifukwa ndimalankhula mchingerezi kwa anthu oti amamva Chingerezi, koma nachenjeza ndithu sinufuna mkhalidwe wakuti tiononge dziko lathu lomwe m'malo moti chuma chimenechi chitithandize tsopano kupangitsa kuti chitukuko cha dziko lathu chiyende mwachangu zedi kusiyana ndi kale lonse. So tiye tigwirizane, tisachite chinyengo, tikonde abale amene akhoza kubwera kutithandiza, koma osati iwo atinyengerere zoti tiziba chuma chathu chomwe kumadzibera mpaka ife tizingokhala amphawi. Osakondwera kukhala mlonda. Pamunda poti munda udali wako dzana. Chifukwa chonyengereredwa mtima siwiri toti tiwononganso mmano wako omwe. So nakambapo nankuti nkambepo chakwathu. Mwanimva wadi? Osachulutsa pokoso, osachulutsa zomango yenda kumisonkhano yokamba za migodi koma kuteko situchita chilichonse kuno yayi. Tiye ntikoze zinthu zathu kuno. Chifukwa tilibe nthawi. Chuma tukamba chitu sicha Chakwera, sicha ife takhala munochi, koma vana vathu na adzukulu vathu. Chifukwa ndinena kuti pakhale dongosolo labwinobwino, malamulo tayika, makampani takhazikitsa, ma-authority tayikapo, tsopano tikhale pansi nkuti chuma chimenechi tikaonkhetsa chitithandize koposa kotani kuti Malawi uja tsopano akhale dziko lotukuka osati dziko losaukitsitsa. Ngati kuti chauta adatitemberera koma timayimba tsiku ntsiku nyimbo yathu kuti chauta adatidalitsa. Tiye tichite zimenezi ndi mtima wofuna kutukula dziko lathu lomwe. Sindife amphawi tangosowa ndalama mthumbamu. Ndife anthu opata mtundu wonse. Ambuye akudalitseni zikomo.
Osayiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.